everybody. Thanks for joining. We'll have a nice hour-long Vinyasa class, work through all parts of the body, some strength, some opening. So let's get started. Just come to an easy seat, close your eyes. A few nice conscious breaths in and out. Find a softness in the belly. Release any gripping there. Sit long and tall in the spine. And just recognize you've taken this time for yourself on your mat. So any thoughts that come and circle through, distracting you, just notice them and let them go. You have the whole rest of the day to grapple with whatever is trying to get your attention. And then open the eyes, drop the chin down to the chest, and just some gentle rolls of the head from side to side. You can take it around back, going in both directions. You may hear little pops and sounds, which in the absence of any pain usually doesn't mean much. And then coming back to sitting, go ahead, taking the right shin in front of the left and walking the feet away from each other. The shins are parallel to each other and the front of the mat. Bring the hands behind you, fingertips facing back, and really lengthen the spine here. And then take the left arm out to the side, bring the right arm up, and then pressing down with the left hand, reach over with that right arm. Dropping that left elbow down, and then pressing into the floor a little bit with that left hand. Turn the chest open. Maybe the left elbow melts down a little more as you're here for a breath or two. And then slowly bring it back up. Take that right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Sit tall and turn. Center and switch legs. Left leg in front, feet away from each other, shins parallel, fingertips behind you, long spine. And then right hand out to the side, left arm up. Again, right, roll that right elbow crease away from you as you begin to bend it, and then take it over. Ensure that you're still breathing at a nice cadence. Press down with the hand. And then slowly bringing it back up. Take the left hand behind you, right hand to the knee, and turn. And then come back. And just for a moment, forward fold. Notice in this forward fold, if you start to feel a lot of sensation in the hips, and that makes you hold your breath a little, keep the breath moving. And then walk the hands back. Excuse me. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here, just cycle through the legs slowly. Little opening in the calves and the hamstrings. And then come into stillness for a breath or two. And with an inhale, shift into a plank. And exhale into a dog. Inhale into a plank. And exhale into a dog. One more time. Inhale into a plank. And exhale back into a dog. Raise the right leg up in a three-legged dog and keep the hips level for now. Really reach that right leg up. Roll the hip open now. Keep the leg straight. Press the floor away. Take a breath or two. Then bend the knee. And roll it open a little more. Look back at that left leg. That left leg should still feel like it's in downward facing dog. So it's not shifting off to the left as you roll open. It's still where it was. Nice, straighten that right leg and lower it back down. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Hips are level. Then raise it a little higher, really reach through the arms. They feel like they're working, they are. And then roll the hip open. Keep the leg straight for now. Notice as you roll the left leg open, did that right leg go wandering out to the right? And if so, bring it back. Bend the knee. Roll the hip open a little more. And then straighten the leg and lower it back down. Drop the knees. Keep the hips over the knees as the hands slide out in a half dog. Forehead drops down. Forearms feel like they're reaching up. And then walk the hands back, furl the toes under as you sit back on the heels. Interlace the fingers, invert the palms, press out. Up. And press. See if you can really get the sensation of straightening the elbows. Release the hands, come into a little balance here. Palms together. A little tippy toe squat. Hands down. Press up into a forward fold, feet hip distance apart. Clasp the hands behind you. Let the head and neck drape down. And then we tend to get sort of focused on the forward fold aspect of it and forget the arms. Just as you were before, can you Straighten the elbows. Can really put some energy into the arms. And then take a deep bend of the left knee as the right foot stays on the floor, and turn to the right. Right leg is straight. Arms reach and turn the belly to the right. Nice. Come back through center. Forward fold. Deep bend of the right knee. Turn to the left. And come back through center, walk back into dog pose. Take a breath or two in dog pose. Walk the feet up to the hands and sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Hands to shins, halfway up. Inhale, extend through the crown. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice, let's build on that. Sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Plant the hands, right foot back, right knee down. Interlace the fingers, invert the palms, and reach up and press up. Release the hands and clasp from behind you, opening up the chest. Nice. Palms together, right elbow over left thigh, turn. Left hip pulls up to the back wall, pulls behind you. Hands down, plank. Nice, come all the way down. Come into Sphinx pose. Forearms are parallel, chest begins to open. Roll the toes under, come into a forearm plank. Take a breath here. Notice your breath. Leave the right elbow where it is, lift the right hand up, pivot it halfway into center, set it down, and then pivot to the outside edge of the right foot, coming into a little modified forearm plank. Reach up with that left arm. And then just for a breath, left arm reaches alongside the ear, and hips arc up even more. Nice. Left hand down. Parallel the forearms again. Come back into that forearm plank. And then knees down, back into Sphinx. Downward facing dog. Right leg up. Keep the leg straight. Look at the left leg. Raise the right leg a little higher. Keep your eye on that left leg as you roll that right hip open so that left leg stays where it is. Nice. Then drop the left forearm down and turn a little more. Easy place here to hold your breath. So be mindful. Keep that cadence of breath moving. Keep the right leg raised. Press back into a three-legged dog. And lower that right leg down. Take a breath here in dog pose. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, left foot back, left knee down. Interlace the hands, invert the palms, press out and up. Push. Arms are straight. And then clasp the hands behind you and open the chest up. Palms together in front, thumbs at heart center. Left elbow over right thigh, turn. And then again, press down with the feet. Pull the right hip back. Press the hands together, find some opening. Hands down, plank. Come all the way down into Sphinx. And then forearm plank. Curl the toes under. As soon as you get here, focus on your breath. Left elbow stays where it is. Left hand lifts up and pivots halfway into center. Right, it's a nice 45-degree angle. And then pivot to the outside edge of that left foot and reach up. Right, don't let the hips sag down. And also don't let your, don't sort of sag into that left shoulder. Use that left forearm to press down so you're not hanging out in the shoulder. Right arm reach alongside the ear just for a breath as you arc up a little more. And then right hand down, forearm plank again. Knees down, Sphinx pose. Downward facing dog. Take a breath here in dog. And then left leg up. Roll the hip open. Keep that right leg where it is. Left leg stays straight. Right elbow bends. And turn. Leave that left leg lifted as you press back into a three-legged dog. Lower that left leg down. Couple of breaths in dog pose. Bend the knees. Look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, right foot back, right knee down, sweep the arms up, hook the thumbs together. Reach. Palms together, thumbs at heart center. Right elbow over left thigh, turn. Furl the back toes under and straighten the leg. Feel like the inner thighs pull towards each other. Spin it up into a high lunge, thumbs at heart center. Sweep the arms up and hook the thumbs. Hands down, plank. Chaturanga, hold it. Up dog, hold it. Downward facing dog. Take a deep bend to the right knee. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Left leg is straight. Pivot that left heel into center. And then press the floor away and turn to the left. Come back to dog pose. Bend the knees, look forward. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, left foot back, left knee down, arms sweep up and thumbs hook. Palms together, thumbs at heart center. Left elbow over right thigh and turn. Furl the back toes under, straighten the leg. Spin it up into a high lunge, thumbs at heart center. Sweep the arms up and hook the thumbs. Nice, hands down, plank. Chaturanga, hold it. Up dog, hold it. And down dog. Right, that's a transition that, right, it deserves, it deserves taking your time going through rather than just sort of crashing through it. Take a deep bend to the left knee. Right leg is straight, right heel pivoted into center, press the hips back, straighten, lengthen the arms, and turn to the right. And then back to dog pose. Right leg up, roll the hip open, bend the knee, turn. And then step forward into a lunge. Leave left knee up so left leg is straightened. In fact, wiggle that left foot back a little bit. And then planting the left hand down, nice simple twist to the right. Nice. Bring that right hand down. Walk that right foot further to the edge of the mat. Sink the right shoulder down. And then take the right hand to the outside of that right ankle. And then apply some pressure there between that right leg and the upper arm, just for a moment. And stay there or take it into a bind for a breath or two. Nice, both hands down. Drop the left knee. Take the left hand nice and wide. And then sinking the hips forward, bend that left knee. Hold the inside arch of the foot, the big toe side. Draw it in towards you. Turn the chest to face forward. Take a breath or two here. Nice. Release that left foot. Bring the hands down. Step back into downward facing dog. And then raising that right leg. Step halfway up to your hands with it. So step that right foot halfway up. And then as you pivot to the outside edge of that left foot, that right foot will turn a little bit. That's okay. And right arm up into modified side plank. And then bring that right hand down. Step back into dog pose. Left leg up. Roll the hip open, bend the knee. Left foot steps forward into a lunge. And then just turn to the left, left arm up. A little simple twist here. Bring the left hand down and heel toe that left foot to the edge of the mat. Sinking the left shoulder down, bring the left hand to the outside ankle, pressing the arm and the leg together for a moment. Stay there or into a bind. Hands down. Drop the right knee. Right hand comes wide. Sink the hips forward. Bend the right knee. Catch the inside arch of the foot and draw it in towards you. Turn the chest to face forward. And then release the foot, hands down, step back into dog pose. Left leg up, and then step halfway up to the hands with the foot. And actually, we didn't do this on the last side, but let's do it on this side. Take the right hand just a little further forward, maybe a half an inch. Nice angle on the shoulder. Pivot. And come into a little modified side plank, left arm up. Bring the left hand down, back into dog pose. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, right foot back, high crescent lunge, sweep the arms up. Bend the right elbow. Left hand, hold on to it for just a moment. Feel free to stay here or left arm wraps around, hands clasp in Gomukhasana arms. In any case, the head presses back into that right arm, the chest opens. Find your breath. Nice. Release the hands. Sweep them up. And then fly them back behind you as you come into Warrior Three. Hands down, standing split. Lower the right leg to meet the left. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Palms together, thumbs at heart center. Sit a little lower, poke your butt back a little more. Like right elbow over left behind. One more breath and then back into Utkatasana. Sweep the arms up. Stand into the feet, get tall, reach for the ceiling, and dive down. Left foot back, high crescent lunge. Sweep the arms up. Bend the left elbow, hold on to it. So it's almost like the left hand is touching your upper back, bottom of your neck. And then right hand reaches around, if it goes, right? It is kind of an annoying pose if you wear a ponytail, like I am. So, take a breath. Nice. Release the arms and sweep up. And then fly the arms back, coming into Warrior Three. Chest reaching forward. Hands down, standing split. Left leg down to meet the right. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. And then palms together, thumbs at heart center, sit a little lower, poke your butt back a little more, left elbow over right thigh, turn. One more breath, back into Utkatasana. Stand into the feet, reach up, maybe a smidge of a back bend up here. Dive down, plant the hands, right foot back, keep the fingertips where they are, pivot the right heel into center, and then just fly the arms back alongside you. And then sweep the arms up, warrior one. Clasp the hands behind you, turn the chest forward, and forward fold. Nice. Extend through the crown, sweep up, warrior one. Hands down, dog pose. Right leg up. Step halfway up to your hands. Nice. Take that left hand, move it a smidge further forward, and pivot around into that modified side plank. Right arm reaches up. And then really connecting with that left hand and really connecting with the edge of that left foot. Raise the right foot and bring it behind you onto the ball of the foot. And then reach up, drape that right arm overhead, arc the hips up and breathe. Right, nice way to get into wild thing. One more breath. Back into dog pose. Find your breath here. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Again, a smidge of a back bend. Dive down. Plant the hands. Left foot back. Left heel in. Fly the arms alongside you. Sweep up, warrior one. Yeah. Balance challenge there. Clasp the hands behind you. Turn the chest forward. Forward fold. Extend out through the crown. Float it up. Reach the arms up. Hands down, dog pose. Left leg up. Step halfway up to your hands. That left hand, pivot a little further forward. Is that the way I went before? Am I doing the same side again? Now I'm really confused. Yeah, right foot forward. Other side. All right. And then pivot, pivot, pivot. No, I was right. Left foot halfway up. Sorry. See, I'm recreating the true class experience here. Pivot to the outside edge of that right foot. Lift the left arm up. And then, right, connect with the edge of that right foot. Connect with that right hand. Left foot comes behind you onto the ball of the foot. Press up, left arm up and over. Right, those of you that are out there that I count on to correct me when I go astray, I know you're out there watching, listening. See, I need you. Left hand down, dog pose. Shift forward into plank. Drop the knees, peel all the way down. Separate the feet. Hands wide on fingertips. Nice and wide. Draw the shoulder blades in and down. And then little temple cobra, peel up. And down. Nice. Downward facing dog. Right leg up. Roll the hip open, bend the knee and turn. Big step forward, warrior two. Take a little reverse warrior, drop the left hand, look back down at that left hand, right arm comes over, little bend of that right knee. Nice, straighten the front leg, triangle pose, up and over. Couple of breaths. Feel the feet. Feel the base of the big toe on the front foot. Draw that right hip in and back. Turn. One more breath. Side angle pose. Front knee bends. Left arm reaches alongside the ear. Stand into the legs, nice and strong. Float it up and back, warrior two. Half moon pose. Tippy toe that back foot up. Set that right hand down, straighten that right leg. Left leg rolls open, left hand reaches up. Left hand down, square the hips. Step back, high lunge. Right, tricky transition at this point when you might feel just a little winded. Hands down, chaturanga or dog pose. Up dog if chaturanga, and down dog. Left leg up. Roll the hip open, bend the knee. Turn. Big step forward, warrior two. And then a nice reverse warrior. Drop that right hand, look back at it. Left arm up and over. Let that left thigh sink a little lower as the right thigh feels like it's pulling back. And then straightening that left leg, triangle pose. And again, in triangle pose, that front foot, in this case the left foot, tends to list over to the pinky toe side. So equalize the pressure by pressing the base of the big toe down in front and feel like that left hip draws back and the chest rolls a little more. Side angle pose. One more breath. Float, warrior two. And then half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand down, right leg up, right hip rolls open. Right hand down, square the hips. Right foot back, high lunge. Sweep the arms up. Hands down, chaturanga, or straight to dog, if that's where you're at this point. Downward facing dog. Right leg up. Roll the hip open, bend the knee. Keep the knee bent, level the hips. Shift forward as if you were going to go into pigeon, but don't go there just yet. Hold it, pressing the floor away. And then right shin down, pigeon. Wiggle the left foot back. Nice. Nice 45-degree angle on the arm to start. And with the hands, pull towards you a little bit and draw the chest up a little. Nice. And then relax down into it. You may notice as you're here that you start to have a little more room. And if so, furl the back toes under. I like to lift my head up a little to do this. Furl the back toes under. And then with some traction there from the toes furled under, extend that left leg a little further back and settle in just a little deeper. Another breath or two. And then walk the hands back. Roll onto that right sitting bone. Swing the left leg around, stand it outside that right thigh. Start with two hands behind you for a moment, just to find the length of your spine. Nice. And then leave that left hand where it is. The right hand is going to hook around and turn. Sit tall. Good. So the knee right in the crook of the elbow. Nice. Come back around. And then just for a little moment, turn and take that left arm and just set it down inside that left thigh. And just, you're not going to go as far, just a little turn there to the right. Nice. Come back through center. Step back into dog pose. Left leg up. Roll the hip open, bend the knee. Keep the knee bent, level the hips, and again, as if you're gonna go into pigeon, but just hover. Hover for a moment, press the floor away, straight arms, hips are tall, and then settle that left shin down, walking, wiggling that right foot back. And hands at a 45-degree angle to start. And with the hands at that 45-degree angle, press down with the hands and pull towards you a little bit. Draw the chest up. And then settle down into it. And then just as with the last time, maybe you've been here a few breaths. Raise the head so the spine lengthens out. Furl the back toes under. Reach the heel back so that the leg lengthens out. And then set it down again. Unfurl the toes. Nice. Walk the hands back, roll onto that left sitting bone, swing the right leg around outside that left thigh. Two hands behind you for a moment. And then leave that right hand where it is, hook the left elbow and turn. And then just for a moment as you come through center, length of the right arm inside that right shin, left hand behind you, a little bit of a counter twist. Nice. Come through center. And then open the legs nice and wide, wide angle pose. Sit nice and tall, hands behind you. I'm going to take that right hand down, that right arm, couple of options. If you have a lot of space, just settle that right forearm down inside that right shin or calf. And then you've got your two fingers, your peace fingers. Snuggle them under the Achilles tendon. Okay, that's where you're going to be if you have enough room. If that just feels hellish, don't fight with it. Just bring the arm here to the upper, to the thigh, okay? Doesn't really matter. Left arm up and reach over. Now, if you have your hand on, if you have your arm on the mat, take that left hand and reach, reach, reach for the foot. If you don't, the hand is resting on the leg. Just bend the elbow and catch the outside ear and open up the side body. One is not better than the other. If you're in this long, holding the foot position, let the left hip lift up just a little bit as you turn. And then feel like the elbows pull away from each other. One more breath. Slowly bring it back up. And pause. Take a breath. Other side, right? So if you're just here with your arm, that's perfectly fine. You're going to get a nice opening in any case. Holding the head, reaching down, right? Otherwise, forearm down, peace fingers under the Achilles tendon. Right arm up and over. One more breath. Maybe another breath. And slowly bring it back up. Pause for just a moment. Draw the legs together. Sit nice and tall. And then start with the hands behind you, fingertips face back. It can be useful sometimes to kind of rock from side to side, pull the flesh out a little bit so the sitting bones have a stronger connection. And then typically we're able to get a nice long spine here because we're using the hands. And often what will happen is we lift the hands up and we kind of dump back. So see if you can hold that connection as you bring the hands in front. And then again, that same sense of fingertips pulling the floor towards you as the chest reaches through. Do that a couple times. You can walk the fingers out in front if you have the space or stay where they are. And then slowly make your way into Paschimottanasana, forward fold. And just like when we were in pigeon, you know, sometimes you're somewhere for a few breaths and you feel like, okay, I may have some more space now. And if you feel so, lift the head up, coming up high enough that you can walk a little further forward with the hands without a rounded back. And then maybe allow yourself to reach long on your thighs. One more breath. Slowly bring it back up. And pause for just a moment. Bend the knees and roll back down onto your mat. Nice. Reach the arms overhead and come into a little armless shoulder bridge. Stand into the feet, lift the hips up. Take another breath. Slowly peel down, nice and slow. Widen the feet out to the mat, the edges of the mat, and let both knees fall to the right. If you feel like you have a lot of space here, you can bring that right foot on top of that left thigh, encourage it down a little more. Nice. And then slide that foot off if you've moved it. Both knees back up, feet hip distance apart again. Arms stay overhead, back up into a little armless shoulder bridge. And slowly bring it down. Feet get wide again, edges of the mat, both knees to the left. And as you're there for a breath or two, you feel like you have some more space, left foot on the right thigh. You can encourage it a little more opening. And then left foot down, both knees back up to center. Nice. And then opennasana, little hug of the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. Keep that right knee into the chest, stretch the left leg long on the mat. And then take that right leg into a half happy baby. Left hand on top of the left thigh. And then curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Bring the left hand to the right heel, the inside of the right heel. Take that right arm, bring it through, hold the pinky toe side of the foot. And just for a moment, a little bit of rocking back and forth. Just a little more space in that hip. Nice. Lay the head back down. Slide that right leg down. Hug the left knee in. And then starting with it in half happy baby, left hand on the pinky toe side of the foot. I like to take the right hand at this time on top of the right thigh and sort of gently move the skin of the right thigh away from you. So lengthening out through the front of that right hip at the same time. Head, neck, and shoulders peel up. Right hand inside of that left heel. Left hand threads through, wraps around, holds the outside of the foot. And then you can let that right leg float up a little bit and just a little movement. I mean, pretty cool that you have this, you know, this space in your body. And then slowly bring it down. Nice. Stretch it out nice and long. Reach the heels away from you. Reach the fingertips away from you. Hook the thumbs here. Pull the arms a little bit. And then release the arms, slide them down, separate the legs. Just a brief, maybe 1 to 2 minute shavasana. Let yourself just fall into it. I'll be quiet, and sometimes, you know, that if you're watching virtually, you may feel like, oh gosh, 10 minutes have gone by. Surely there's something going on. But no, sometimes when we're quiet, we lose track of time. And a little time may seem like a lot of time may seem like a little. Just let yourself be with it. Appreciate vibration. Curl onto your left side. And then press yourself up. A little bow of your head to your heart. Light of me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing. I hope to see you next week.